Danny Flexon here for Seconds Out with Adam Morallee, the better looking, more charming half of SJAM Boxing, it has to be said. Sorry, Sam, but you couldn't be bothered to come today, so you're going to get ripped.
He's in Vegas. Yeah.
How can you choose Vegas over Birmingham? Maybe that should be the first question.
I don't know. Maybe better weather. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows?
So we're waiting for Lerrone Richards, who's an SJAM fighter, to arrive. He'll be fighting Lennox Clarke for the vacant British super middleweight title. Lerrone's a relatively recent addition to SJAM. What was it that attracted you guys to him?
Look, I think he's always been seen and known in circles as one of the youngest, best up-and-coming fighters we've got in this country, but he's had a lot of injury problems, and so, a lot of people will have seen what's happened with Lerrone and think, well, he's not been very active, he's only fought a couple of times in 2 years, does he have the power? People look at him and think that. But we've been watching Lerrone for a long time. We think he's an unbelievable prospect and world-class, genuinely world-class.
What do you expect Lennox Clarke to bring to the table? He's obviously got a good dig on him. He's a pressure fighter. Style should mesh quite nicely.
I think they should. I think we've got a lot of respect for Lennox. I think that he's going to have the whole crowd behind him. He's from Birmingham. And Lerrone's just going to keep calm, stay calm. That's what he does. No hype required. Just do his thing. He just wants a fair fight, fair result. That's what Lennox wants.
Talking about fair fights and him being from Birmingham, one of the judges in the fight is also from Birmingham, someone who's attracted a few column inches in the last few days, Terry O'Connor. Obviously scored widely in favour of Callum Smith over John Ryder on Saturday night. Before we get on to his situation with this fight, did you watch the fight on Saturday night in Liverpool?
I did watch it.
And what did you make of it? Or how did you score it if you scored it?
I thought it was a very close fight. I can see why people thought John Ryder won. I think the issue is that some people scored it very wide, and I don't think that's fair to score it that wide. So therefore people attack the whole decision. And if they'd have scored it 115, 114 for Callum Smith, no one would be saying anything. So I think that's unfortunate. Did Callum Smith win it? Did Ryder win it? It's a matter of opinion, isn't it?
What's your opinion?
I thought Ryder won, but if Callum Smith wins by a couple of rounds, you can accept it. And I think it's just how wide that decision is that's got people eyed. So I think it's a bit unfair on Callum Smith, to be fair. He defended his title, he did what he had to do. I think a close victory for Callum Smith can very much be justified, even though I had it the other way.
Yeah, I completely agree. I had Ryder winning, but I think a close victory of Callum Smith is perfectly within the realms of fair, reasonable.
Shouldn't be having any stick from it. I think that's unfair. Not his fault.
He doesn't do the judging, obviously. But you talked about how wide the decision was, or how wide the scores were, rather, and Terry O'Connor obviously did the widest score, and he's now judging your man's fight against the Birmingham fighter. Terry's obviously from Birmingham as well. Any worries at all? I have to ask.
Not at all. He's a thoroughly professional guy. All we ask for is, people to look at things in a fair way. And, sometimes judges score things in a way that we don't agree with. But, I never for 1 second think that Terry O'Connor doesn't sit there with a fair and open mind, as he will on Saturday night.
Is the aim, though, either way, for Lerrone to be so dominant and so clearly winning the rounds that there's no dispute anyway?
Absolutely. Look, the thing about boxing is you've got to win the rounds. You've got to do what the judges want you to do. It's not what the public want you to do. It's what the judges want you to do. So we put a lot of thought into that and understanding what the judges respect and what the judges want. And, Lerrone goes into that in mind. I think he's going to be thoroughly dominant throughout the whole fight. And I think he's going to win every round.
What do you think, and this is something that John Ryder's trainer Tony Sims mentioned recently, what do you think about the possibility of using open scoring for more fights? So seeing the scores at the end of, say, the 4th round and the 8th round?
Yeah, I'm fully behind it. I mean, I think there's lots of technological improvements that can be made. I think statistics are, interesting. I wouldn't say they're telling, but I think it would be useful for the judges, myself, to have access to information and statistics. I've spoken to judges in the States, actually, very well-known ones, who have also said that they don't think judges should sit ringside to score fights. They don't think it's the best place to watch it from. I know that judges are split on opinions on that, but there are better places to score the fight from. But yeah, I think they should be aided by technology. I think it would, when a judge is making his decision based on perception, it would be useful for him to say, okay, how many punches were thrown, how many were landed, what was the percentage, what were the power punches? I think that'd be really helpful. But, you see what controversy technology causes in sport with VAR, etc. But look, I'm not recommending VAR. or anything like that. But I think they could be aided by technology, certainly. But it's a traditional sport, and it's hard to move that in. But why not?
Just before we let you go, how far can Lerrone Richards go?
All the way to a world title. He is world level. I think you look at the 168 division, lots and lots of exciting fights in there. And I think Lerrone's going to get the British title, have the Commonwealth title, and then, within 2020 should have a shot at world title.
Brilliant. Adam, thank you for your time, and we're glad you're here and not in Las Vegas.
Thanks, Danny.